Hi everybody, I'm back for a quick little video and let me get my cup of tea out of the way. I made myself a cup of, so you can see, oh, nope, now you can see, oh John, don't spill. Harney & Sons Earl Grey Supreme. That's my tea of the day. So I have a cute little set of notebooks here. I have the new Foxy Fix that I got that has that beautiful gold embossing that says Queen. I have my pumpkin in the, oh, what's the name of this design? It's basically like a cover for like a Hobonichi, but I put a Midori MD notebook in it, and it's housing my Russian study. I started it like a typical bullet journal, and then got this far and went, that's not what I want to use it for. So I wanted to use it for my Russian study, and I'd created a month calendar, and I've been using it to track how much I study Russian each day. Like, there's only one day I didn't so far this year, and that's because we had a dress rehearsal in the morning, I had a lunch I had to go to in the afternoon, I took a nap, and then we had a concert that night, so that's the only reason why there's nothing there. I was busy all day. But every day I've gotten at least 20 minutes, and actually every other day I've gotten more than that. Today was the day I got the least done. I had a very full day teaching. So I've been using that. I won't show you what's in here because it's my wallet, but it's my Foxy Fix number 0 micro. It's in the Wanderlust licorice leather, and I don't think you can get this anymore other than in a couple of leather samples. So those two, wallet I carry everywhere with me, and I'm really liking having the smaller size than the Passport. It's a little bit more convenient, and then this one actually stays at home or very rarely goes with me. But the reason we're here is because of this beauty, and there we go. This one right here is a Foxy Fix Lush, and it is the Black Beauty leather. I did an unboxing last week of it. You can see I did not see anything wrong with it, so I'm a little unsure as to why it was in the maybe it had the wrong embossing on it, but I think it's great. And you can see it's like this goldy, rose goldy sort of and it has the heart and a queen. So I love that. So let's take a look. And one thing that I'm really happy with is everything in here, except for the zipper pouch, is something that I've made myself. And I had been using an A6 size, and when I got this notebook and felt it in my hands, I was like, okay, I am going to use this. I have to use this because it's actually a little bit more compact. Chic Sparrow even their normal size, not their wides, but Chic Sparrow tends to make their notebooks a little wide. And the only way it felt really good is if I had it crammed full of stuff, and it was just so heavy to carry around. So let's take a quick look. Now this is, since it is a Lush, like the Spice, you can see it has a pocket back here. And at the moment I don't have anything in there. I've used it to put, you know, some papers in there. Here I've got, so you can see just a piece of paper, and boop, stick that in there. See, it's perfect for that. So, but let's take a look to see what we have in here. So the first thing you'll see is I have my Weight Watchers, and that's the only thing I have in the pockets at the moment. I haven't decided what I want to do. I want to keep this notebook a little bit more minimal. And right now I do have a Taroko Shop writing board in here, Shitajiki. But I wanted to keep it a little bit more minimal. So the only thing I have in here that I really need is my Weight Watchers, and they gave us a new one, this, because it's changed, sorry, it's WW, I keep forgetting that. So this does have 4 elastics, And let's see what we have in here. So here's the first elastic, and I have a Foxy Fix dashboard with just some scrapbook paper. And these are very old Foxy Fix dashboards because they, oh wait, this one does say Foxy Fix because I had a couple that didn't. You know, I might have given those away when I sold a few personal items. So I've had these for a long time. I can't even tell you how long. But the first thing in here is the Peaky Dory Design monthly calendar in the personal size, January through December. Now, one thing that's so nice about this new design is there is 2 pages of dot grid, which you can see I've washi taped in a rehearsal schedule for a concert I have, a faculty concert. I've got a Post-it note that I printed monthly bills on. And then here's one for notes, and this is music that I have to prepare for concerts this month. Those 3 are done. That's this week. That's next week. And then these are in February, and this is at the end of the month, so it's got my work cut out for me. But again, just you can see a very clean calendar. The only thing I did decide to use is I wanted to use some of my old Cocoa Daisy washi tape that I hadn't done anything with, and some previous month's kits. I had gotten some of this sparkly washi, and I was like, well, I really don't know what to use that for. And I didn't want to use, you know, a typical washi that most people would use. So I used this beautiful kind of, I guess, fuchsia color to mark birthdays and anniversaries. So there's that. And then since it's a washi tape I can't write on, I just wrote the birthdays down there. And here you can see another rehearsal schedule I washi taped in with some more Post-it notes. So this is what I did, at least through so you can see some of the music that I have to, this is spring break, so I thought it deserved that beautiful brown washi, but the birthdays are always that fuchsia color. And I've got to get my Post-it notes for there. Now this one, I decided to use this kind of dark pewtery color because that's when I will be out judging State Salon Ensemble in Missouri. So I have all of that done, but I wanted to show you how I used the grid pages at the end of the calendar. So there's 2 pages before each month. So there's October, these are the 2 for November, these are the 2 for December. So you can, you know, do some like notes for planning for the month or for when you're in the month. And then here's my December. And so what I decided to do was to take my goals that I have for the year and put here, so I have them in my monthly calendar. So they're always with me, so I can, you know, if I'm ever feeling tempted for something, I can look and see, what are my goals? What is it, the things that I really need to do? And then a little bit about my word for the year, which I've talked about in another video. You can pause it and read. I'm fine with that. Then on the next 2 pages, I wrote a list of books I want to read or I want to reread, and then a list of the books that I have on Audible that I want to really go through again. Some of them are in both columns. Because I have dyslexia, I'm a slow reader, and sometimes I actually love having the Audible book playing while I'm reading along with it. So, like you can see, Writer Carols is here in both places, because that's what I'm doing right now. And then the last 2 pages of dot grid, I'm doing a 52-week savings challenge. And the way they normally work is, you know, you save $1 the first week, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But then by the end of the year, by the beginning of the year or the end of the year, you know, it's always a bad week because it would be, you know, when you're trying to save before and after Christmas, that's the most you have. So what I decided to do was to save $2 the first week, then 4, then 6, then 8. And then when you get your way up to 52 at the middle of the year at 26, then 27 you start 52, and then you decrease by 2. So the first week of the year is 2, and the last week of the year is 2. But it works out to be, you know, $1,404. So that's what I'm doing this year. So at least it you know, isn't that bad. Now, of course, there are a few weeks that you have in a row where it is, you know, it's like 34, 36, 38. But really, when you think about it, I mean, I waste more than that a week on planner supplies. So that's why I need to have this in my calendar, and why I need to have this, my goals, so I know why I don't want to spend. And I know you're thinking, but John, you spent money on this. Yes, I know I did. And I will have a video at the end of the month, and I'm going to tally and keep track of everything that I bought, to keep myself accountable. So that'll be a fun video. So, and that's what I have in there, and then, you know, that's the end of the insert. So that's my monthly calendar. And just some more of that scrapbook paper. And one thing I did is these here, because they are personal size, I was able to get these 3 from the same piece of paper. And then what I have in the next one is my, I kind of did the same thing, like a bullet journal key. And so I did a future log, but I'm not really sure how I'm going to use the future log, and I'm going to wait until I finish the Writer Carol bullet journal method book to do something with that. But I do have a cover page, and it's a very simple cover page with the name of the month, a mini calendar, some of my goals, some dot grid, and then a post-it note with some dots that I printed. And these you can get for free on the Peanuts Planner Co. Facebook page. So that's where I got this design, where you just print it yourself. It's actually quite wonderful. They're very similar to the ones I got from List Lab on Etsy, but these were free, and I couldn't find my file, and I didn't want to go to Etsy to download it again, so I got those from the Facebook group. But what you'll see I have here is just a very simple week on 2 pages with some space down here that I haven't really figured out how I'm going to do. And this is just to kind of timeline my day for certain things. This is a much busier week. And this is another one of her. Ooh, my pen kind of got ginky there. And I just did this myself. I just divided it into semi-equal spaces. And what you'll see in here is I have the whole month of January, and then since January ends on a Thursday, I've got a notes page. I've got my February, just like the last one. And since my goals haven't been set yet, I thought I'd use one of the post-it notes to start to write those. But my #1 goal for every month is to use your stash. Don't buy things you don't need or won't use. And that's also one reason why I'm using this. I taped in a recital program that I'm playing this week, and then another concert, and then a concert. So there's a lot of concerts happening in February. We have ballet. We're doing Sleeping Beauty by Tchaikovsky, another concert, and then a notes page, and then I've got the same thing here for March. And then some notes pages, and then you'll see that this is a natural white paper, cream paper, so you can see the difference. Not much, but a bit. And then April. So this has 4 months in it in the weeks on 2 pages. Now a lot of people think, well, you could combine that together. Well, I wanted it separate in case, just in case. I have a video up where I show how I made this pen loop. I do have a couple of leather samples of this leather, the licorice leather by Foxy Fix coming, because I want to make a pen loop, but I want to make it a little bit more substantial. But I've been using this ever since I did that tutorial last week. And this is something new that has come into the household. I went to Office Max to get some Post-it notes. And I wanted to get these because they kind of go nicely with the colors I've picked out for this. There's this color, and like a white one and something else. But I liked the pale blue and green. And they were on sale. They were actually on clearance. And then these pens, this is Tool brand, T-U with an umlaut and an L. And they are like a limited edition pen, and they were on clearance. They're normally, I want to say like, what, $16 to $17 for a 4-pack, and I got them for $6. So I started using this kind of bronzy, coppery, I'm not sure what type of metal that is, one. The husband took one that's kind of like a rose goldy one, and then I've got 2 others, and I really like them. And when I take my ink cartridges back, if they still have another pack, I might pick it, because I actually really like this. It's a ballpoint pen. I know everyone knows I love the gel pens, but this is a ballpoint pen, and I could go over it with my Tombow my Tombow brush pen. Let's see. I actually can go over it with mild liners, or this is what I was using here. This is the N89 when you go over like 1, 2, 3 times. But the same thing with the mild liners. I've been using the gray and this really pretty blue one. So here's my weekly. I'll set the pen down. And then I've got this nice piece of paper at the back. And then this is a piece of paper from Heidi Swapp that I used to have a ton of, that I made folders with, you know, in our Etsy store. But I thought I was totally out of it, and I found I had 2 more pieces. So I decided to use one of those pieces to make this folder in the personal size. And then I've got some scraps that I'm going to do some stuff with. But then what I have here is another Peaky Dory design, and you'll notice I went with the same color paper for the cover of the inserts to kind of give them like a little bit of uniformity. And this one I'm using kind of like as the daily log. So there's my January 1st, 2nd, there's the 9th, 10th, here's the 13th. I had a lot to do on that Sunday. And then I had printed this insert and was doing some stuff and was like, okay, well, what things do I want in this personal TN? How am I going to use it? And so I started a list, and I printed off another little checklist from Peanuts Planner Co. And here was yesterday, here was today. Oops. I did all of my teaching, except for one student that didn't show up this week. And I did my Russian just a little bit ago. So the last thing I have to do is get coffee ready for the morning. And then here's I'm creating a spread for my ideas for my year no spend month 1 review. And then I'm getting ready for tomorrow, and I'm actually filming this a day early, so I'll be able to cross that off early. And this is just what I'm going to use for my days, and I'm going to use it until I fill it up. There's the back of the folder. And then this is one of the Faroof-inspired, I guess you could say, zipper pouches. I've got nothing in there, but in this part, I've got some of my stencils I use the most. This one I use the most. And then this one I use the second most, from Connie Porter's Pieces. I don't think she has an Etsy store anymore. I think she stopped doing all of that stuff. And then I've got a couple of Foxy Fix business cards in case people see my beautiful queen and ask about it. But then I have some dot grid of mine that I printed, and I just wanted to, you know, I couldn't remember my dimensions. And then I'm thinking up a design for a insert for grocery shopping. And I just wanted to see, excuse me, how I liked it. And then of course I got a Taroko Shop writing board. They're taking a little break because of the Chinese New Year on their Etsy store, but you can still get some of their items on Amazon. So I had thought of getting another one of their writing boards and sticking it up here just to give it a little bit more structure, because if you look how squishy this leather is, but look how it, because of the nature of the leather, you don't really see that. It's a really wonderful wonderful leather. So this is the Foxy Fix, and this is the number 4 size, or you could call it the personal size. And that is what I am using. It's my planner that I'm using, and it goes with me most places, but this is really what goes with me everywhere. My little number 0 or micro. So I will link down below Foxy Fix. I will link down below the Peanuts Planner Company Facebook page. I'll link down Peaky Dory Designs. And if you need anything else, I'll even link down Coco Daisy, because they've got some really beautiful washi. Every month they have new washi that comes with their kits. So if you have any questions about anything you see here, leave a comment down below and I will get back with you as soon as I can. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.